But for one act of arrogance and disobedience, he failed and he collapsed. We have to be very careful not to repeat the experience that the Satan had with all these strategies and mistakes and crimes that he made. So Quran is giving us a call to wake up. Now, I promise to report to you, and I know I don't have too much time, and I try to be in here as much as possible, to report to you of the summit of Christian and Muslim that was held in Washington National Cathedral just a few days ago. Started from Monday, ended on Wednesday and yesterday morning, March 1st to March 3rd. The idea of Summit of Muslim Christian get-together was raised 2000 and 2006 when former President Khatami of Iran, he made that famous lecture in National Cathedral in Washington, D.C., and thousands of people, they went to Cathedral and they listened to his lecture of Dialogue of Civilization. He suggested to the clergy and to the leaders of Cathedral to put together a summit of the main Muslim and Christian traditions, be represented, and strong delegations from both parties to have a dialogue. They have been working on that in the last 4 or 5 years to choose certain delegation. President Khatami has suggested to have main Christian denominations. They chose the Roman Catholic and also Anglican, and also from both Shia and Sunni groups. President Khatami himself and Ayatollah Muhaqqiq Damad were supposed to lead the Shia delegation in this week summit. But unfortunately, for certain reason, they could not participate. Ayatollah Damad, though, sent his presentation for the summit. The idea of the summit and the goal was to explore how our two faiths, Muslims and Christian traditions, can work together for justice, for peace, and reconciliation in the world. How can we as religious people, religious leaders and community, influence our political leaders in this direction of peace and justice? We know after 9/11, relationship between Islam and the West has been dangerously strained, and there is a need to bring understanding, respect, compassion, and willingness to work together for the cause of peace and justice. To appreciate what Jesus said when he said, love your neighbors, and when the Quran says, "Udkhulu fi silmi kaffah," enter into peace wholeheartedly and come together to know one another. And how can we work together to stop abusing religion to justify war and violence? So the Roman Catholic Church, the Anglican Episcopal Church, the Sunni Islam and the Shia Islam, 4 delegations got together in Cathedral in Washington this week. The Sunni delegation was headed by Dr. Ahmed Al-Tayyib, the president of Al-Azhar University. Al-Azhar University has almost 450,000 students, 16,000 of them from out of Egypt. And with him were like 4 heads of Islamic studies departments of Al-Azhar University, very, very strong delegation. In addition to Sheikh Malik Shah, who is the Mufti of Trablus, Tripoli in Lebanon, and he was part of the Sunni delegation. In the Shia delegation, in the absence of Ayatollah Khatami and Ayatollah Damat, Ayatollah Irbani, who is also a professor in Catholic Church in Catholic University in Washington, D.C., called me to invite me and also consult how can we strengthen this Shia delegation. And I suggested to have other religious leaders that at least we know from this area, from the Majma, from Islamic Center, to be included. Unfortunately, they accepted the invitation, and so we all went there like one group. Sheikh Berri, Said Ghazwini, myself, and then somebody from Canada, Said Razwi. So we made, alhamdulillah, the Shia delegation also a good combination. The summit was held in Cathedral and also in Army Hotel in National, actually in the capital in Washington, D.C. And the last night of the conference was held in the area of congregation in the cathedral, when more than 1,000 Muslims and Christians, they came and they listened to us for 3 hours. And believe me, no cell phone, even one single noise, nobody left. Everybody sat down for 3 hours and listened to a group of almost 24 clergy and scholars that one after another, they took the podium and microphone and spoke to the people. Then the media, they came from Al Jazeera. They asked serious questions from the Egyptian delegation about the situation of Shia in Egypt. And we had really one of the most unique opportunity. I never had an opportunity that a strong Shia delegation and a very strong Sunni delegation from Egypt, we can freely, without spending anything, somebody else, God bless them, took care of all the expenses of the flight and the hotel and all the preparation to put this project together. And we had so much time in every break, in every conversation, to discuss the ideas related to the conference or related to Shia-Sunni relationship with this group. And I'm going to be very brief. We discussed so many matters that are related to the unity between Muslims and Christians, between Shia and Sunni. And the essence of the discussion was on, first, we all believe in unity of God, equality of human in life and in dignity, the fact that there is no compulsion in religion, and commitment to respect one another's faith, traditions, work together for justice and equality as essential elements for any peace in the family, in the community, in the world, to commit ourselves to global engagement guided by the values of justice and mutual respect and human compassion, and the fact that religion and faith must be showing a significant role in overcoming terrorism, intolerance, and violence. In the resolution and plan for action, we committed ourselves to work for well-being for all humanity, to develop deeper understanding among ourselves, to share our spiritual experiences, to promote religious freedom, to provide our youth with moral and ethical values, to work together to eradicate all the systematic injustice poverty and disease